Good evening, Hall of Dames. Are you ready for some roller derby? Are you ready for some roller derby? Let's try it one more time. Are you ready for some roller derby? I am Old Greg. Welcome to the Hall of Dames. The Derby Dames are the only league offering you fast-paced bank track roller derby in the state of Arizona.
And I'm Kills Bill. Tonight we have 4 teams taking the track tonight, and they are geared up and ready to go.
Read this?
First game tonight's bout is going to be a fight between the Brutal Beauties and the Bombshells. Game 2 gives us a matchup between the Runaway Brides and those Valhalla Babes, the Doomsday Valkyries. Some ground rules before we get started. Please, no whistling as it interrupts the game. Keep in mind, for safety, please keep in mind when in line for the bathroom, skaters have the top priority, and because they have to get back to the track. And for the safety of our skaters and yourself, please keep your body parts on the outside of the track. Keep your arms, legs, and limbs behind that yellow line on the floor. With that being started, let's get rolling.
The DJ is CJ. CJ puts the playlist together.
Right there.
Looks like the regulators are going to be checking the teams for safety, and that'll give us time to introduce the team we absolutely couldn't do this without. It's our referees, the regulators. Game executioner, Freya Hugs.
Jam referee is Infidel Castro.
Front pack referee, Ref Boy RD.
Backpack referee, Bender B. Rodriguez.
Outside pack referee, Lucifer.
Penalty tracker, Scully Blossbones.
Penalty tracker assist, Legion.
Penalty box admin, Optical Delusion.
Penalty box admin, June Cleavage.
On the whiteboard, embezzlement.
Eye in the sky, Ember.
Eye in the sky, Linya Star.
And on scoreboard, Retromancer.
Show some love for your regulators. It might be the only love they get all night.
Ninja Star.
Yeah, it's Nordic in origin.
Right.
Ninja. There's an umlaut over the Y, I think.
Right.
There's no Enya on the
Yes. We have, yes. She's not on this roster, but we'll figure that out. But she is on that one, so we'll get there.
Oh, really? Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they're reversible. So the outside they wore at their first bout, and they're pink with black accents.
Okay.
It's a little harder to see the designs. I like the black a lot. They look really sharp.
Okay.
It's got a really big logo on the side as they come by.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's really cool. But yeah, they reverse them.
Oh, really? Nice.
What's that? 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Sure. All right, fans, we'd like to direct your attention up towards the video board, and we'll be showing you a video from a recent tryout session for the Derby Dames. All right, fans, let's get ready for the bout, and let's introduce to you the teams that will be competing here in the first bout of the evening. Now introducing the Brutal Beauties. Skating tonight for the Beauties, number 92, Alpha Gunna Dekya. Number 244, Dammit Jammit. Number 925, Evil Twin. Number 9 MK3, Gypsy Danger. Number 011, Hitori Hanzo. Number 602, Lady Macbeth. Number 351, Lethal. Number 8020, All Beef Batty. Number 440, Morning Madness. Number 918, Ballistic Buffalo. Number 2323, your co-captain, Quiver Phoenix. And your captain of the Brutal Beauties, number 2187, Princess Leia. Helping the team on the bench tonight, our bench coach, Reverend Knuckleface, penalty manager, Panda Face Killer. Not skating tonight, number 717, Rocky Horror. Number 103, Abby Arsenic. Number 26, Beautiful Trauma. Number 97, Rigamaroo. And number 132, Snack Attack.
And now taking the track are your Bombshells. All right, Derby fans, skating tonight for the Bombshells. Number 6, she's Anakin Shit-Talker. Number 817, bitch, please. Number 750, bodily harm. Number 1024, Brawler Bunny. 44 Magnum, Dirty Carry. 24K, Gold Digger. 60s, Gwen Coco. Number 182, Hannibal Lecter. Number 279, Happy Cure. She's the answer. Number 42, Irish Car Bomb. 1931, Mickey Mental. There's 626, Remy Ruckus. 1022, Skate Up, G. Your co-captain, number 22, Impaler Swift. And the captain of the Bombshells, number 55, Skid Vicious. Helping the team on their bench tonight are Deadly Limbs, the bench coach, penalty manager, Mimi Waller. Not skating tonight, 2-22, Scarlet Knockout.
Derby fans, please rise for the national anthem. Tonight's national anthem musician is Kelvin Harper. All the way from Anchorage, Alaska, by way of New York City, now residing in the city that makes it happen, Phoenix, Arizona, introducing MC Special K from YBS Pros. YBS Pros is Arizona's #1 spot for all things entertainment, podcast, karaoke, private and corporate events, parties, and anything you can imagine. YBS Pros has what you need. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and online at ybspros.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, give it up for that read. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely amazing. You guys ready to party out there? We got some Derby dames. I'm gonna love it. I just gotta hit record on this. I'm gonna do it just like that. All right. You guys are live. Say what's up. That's what I'm talking about. We're at the Derby, and we're gonna sing the national anthem. Here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Play ball.
Well, you got 85% of it.
I'm just about to text my wife. I think let me get the words wrong.
That was, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, you know what? You did a good job of hyping up the crowd before the national anthem. Salts are having a raffle, and it says on there, I was just copying it down, and the little flyer says 2019 Cheez-It Bowl Parking Pass Swag Bag. And I went, tickets to the game, and please, I don't know. They just handed this to me to hand to you. All right, fans, we are ready to get started with our first bout of the evening. Lining up on the jammer line for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shittalker.
That's Gypsy Danger out there for the Beauties. We're ready to get this thing going.
Underway with the first jam of the bout. Anakin Shittalker quickly up to the outside and able to dart to the front is your lead jammer for the Bombshells.
Gypsy Danger still working her way through the back of the pack through turns 1 and 2. She's able to get out of the pack as Anakin Shittalker is able to break her way through. She scores her points. As Anakin Shittalker calls it off before Gypsy Danger could get there and score any points.
And it looks like we are going to get things started with a very early power jam. We've got a power jam for the Brutal Beauties here on the second jam of the game. Anakin Shittalker picking up a penalty there in that previous jam.
Can't be 5.
So lining up on the jammer line for the Bombshells is going to be Princess Sleia. If this is one of your first times at a derby bout, a power jam is when one team has the only jammer out there. If a penalty is assessed in, it looks like we're going to have an official timeout, so we'll have a second to talk about what power jams are. Yes, indeed, it's going to be an official timeout to make sure we've got everything sorted out. So a penalty being assessed to the jammer in the previous jam means that the Bombshells are going to lose their jammer in this jam, and only the Brutal Beauties are going to be able to score points. And we are going to get a look at what those penalties are.
Team's trying hard to get their lineup set in the box as well. I think they're grateful to have this brief timeout. Looks like we don't have a power jam right now.
Yeah, so not a power jam once everything was sorted out. So all that pre-jam excitement for nothing.
Anakin Shittalker out there jamming for the Bombshells.
Yeah, once again, and able to shake free. There's Princess Sleia on the front end of the pack, and Princess Sleia is your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Princess Sleia down along the inside of the track and calls off the jam after picking up her points.
Skate Up G taking the line for the first time tonight for the Bombshells.
It'll be Hitori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties. Everybody getting set. One blocker called down for the Bombshells, and Hitori Hanzo trying to find an opening along the inside and bumped off to the infield.
Skate Up G battling their way to the front of the pack. Gets caught up in some traffic on the high side.
Hitori Hanzo trying to creep along past some blockers along the inside, and Hitori Hanzo able to shake free of the pack for the Brutal Beauties and is your lead jammer. And there goes Skate Up G out the front of the pack, and Skate Up G clear of the pack for the Bombshells. Hitori Hanzo along the inside on a scoring pass and calls off the jam. Lining up on the jammer line now for the Bombshells is Bitch Please.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties. Beauty skating down one blocker on this jam.
Couple of blockers down along the inside. Bitch Please trying to find an opening down there going into the corner, not able to do so. Gets up to reestablish. And then along the inside goes Bitch Please, and Bitch Please out of the pack. Lady Macbeth out of the pack as well for the Brutal Beauties, about a quarter track behind. So Bitch Please going to try to catch up to the pack here and see how many points she can pick up. Weaving her way through and now going up to the rail, quickly calling it off. Lady Macbeth closing in behind.
Lady Macbeth coming up on the pack really fast. She might have been able to score a point. And she didn't.
So a quick timeout there after that jam's completion.
These teams showing you why they're 8-8 score right now. They're pretty evenly matched. This is going to be a great bout tonight.
Yeah, a lot of really good action so far and a couple of very hard-fought jams in here as we are ready to return to the action. There's that rolling whistle we were looking for. So back to the action on the jammer line for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shittalker. And it's Gypsy Danger jamming for the Brutal Beauties.
That's Anakin Shittalker out there for the Bombshells. Bombshells skating down a skater. Looks like Dirty Carey picked up an arms penalty on that last one, but Gypsy Danger gets out. She's your lead jammer. Anakin Shittalker still working her way through the back of the pack as Gypsy Danger sets up a scoring pass. Tries the high side. She's able to get out. Anakin Shittalker looks to follow her through the hole. Gypsy Danger with an opportunity to just pick up one more or two more points. This is going to be fun. Skates through the low side, calls off the jam.
Fans, we want to let you know that the 50-50 cash raffle is already up to $250, and we will be giving out that 50-50 cash raffle between the bouts tonight, between bouts 1 and 2. So that is going out at the midway point of the evening, the 50-50 cash raffle. Once again, already up to $250. That's going to be Princess Leia on the jammer line for the Brutal Beauties.
Out there for the Bombshells. That's Bitch Please. Both of them working their way through the back of the pack. Bitch Please knocked to the infield as Princess Leia is able to get outside in turn 2.
Bitch Please able to get clear of the pack as Princess Leia finishes off a scoring pass and calls off the jam after picking up her points.
Brutal Beauty's doing a great job keeping that Bombshell jammer inside, rotating back in front of her, recycling.
This is going to be Skate Up G jamming for the Bombshells. And Hitori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties.
Skate Up G trying the high side while Hitori Hanzo gets out on the low. Skate Up G right behind her. You got a jammer race, and Skate Up G's able to take the lead. Had a lead change with the jammers.
Both jammers back to the pack at the same time. Somebody in the audience was really enjoying that jammer race. That was one of our league rookies this year, Skate Up G. Somehow already skating in her third bout. Go figure that.
Right.
Skate Up G, had no fear there, came out pursuing and able to go through and take lead jammer away. But 2 points up on the board for the Brutal Beauties there as both jammers kind of crashed in at the same time in the back of the pack. That's Bitch Please out there for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties. Lady Macbeth gets out, she's your lead jammer, but once again, we got a jammer race. Calling it off.
And Remy. And Spock. Yes.
Skate Up G back out on the jammer line. Gypsy Danger out there for the Brutal Beauties. Slow roll up to the back of the pack. Lots of skaters being knocked to the infield here. Skate Up G being held at the front of the pack.
Racing along the inside of the back straightaway, Gypsy Danger able to clear the pack for the Bombshells. There's Skate Up G clearing the pack as well, half a track behind. Excuse me, Gypsy Danger for the Beauties, I should say. Knocked off down to the infield and is going to try to get up and reestablish both jammers now in the middle of the pack. And somebody called it off. The important thing is somebody was lead jammer and somebody called off the jam.
I'll just hang on to this.
So 4 points for the Beauties and 3 points for the Bombshells. Beauties have built up a 27-11 lead here with 6:45 to go until the end of the first quarter. And we're going to have an official timeout, so the regulators are going to talk over some of the action. We'd like to let you know, fans, the minor assaults are having a raffle tonight. Raffle tickets this evening.
We got 2 raffles going on. The first raffle is for Disneyland tickets. Chance to win 2 sets of 2 Disneyland tickets by buying a gold egg for $20. The raffle will be drawn tonight towards the end of the second bout. You do not need to be present to win, so buy that ticket and feel free to go on home. The second raffle is for the Cheez-It Bowl on December 27th at Chase Field. If you haven't heard of the Cheez-It Bowl, well, you're not alone. It's the Cheez-It Bowl college football bowl game at Chase Field. Prize pack includes 4 tickets, a parking pass, and a swag bag. Cost is 1 ticket for $5 or 6 tickets for $20. The drawing will be held at the December 7th bout. You do not need to be present to win. So buy those tickets, support the minor assaults, help get them to Philadelphia for this year's Battle on the Bank.
We are back from the timeout, and already Princess Leia blasting along the outside of the pack, and she is your lead jammer for the Beauties. Bombshells jammer is Bitch Please, and she's trying to get along the outside. Princess Leia completes a scoring pass and gets out again. Bitch Please now out and on the pursuit, a lap down behind Princess Leia.
Princess Leia high in the back of that pack, looking to score a few more points. Calls off the jam right before Bitch Please can get there. Beauty's able to put some more points up on the board. I don't care about the score. This is a great bout right now. Here comes Anakin Shit-Talker out there for the Bombshells.
And it's Hattori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties.
And Anakin Shit-Talker gets out before turn 1. She's your lead jammer. Hattori Hanzo also out of the pack. About a quarter track behind her. Slow pack moving through turn 2. Here comes Anakin Shit-Talker looking to set up a scoring pass. Comes through on the low, gets knocked down, but calls off the jam.
Four points up on the board for the Bombshells there. Anakin able to get her points and called it off before surrendering any points to the Beauties. So 36-15. Skate Up G for the Bombshells and Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauty. Pack making their way into the back straightaway and now up to the front of the pack. There goes Skate Up G. Skate Up G, your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Still fighting to get out of the pack is Lady Macbeth. Skate Up G now in the middle of a scoring pass, trying to sneak by those defenders for the Brutal Beauties. A bunch of skaters taking a tumble there. I saw Ballistic Buffalo getting up from the infield. And there's Skate Up G. They finish off a scoring pass and are coming for more. Lady Macbeth still fighting to get out of the pack, now clear of the pack, but it'll be mostly academic. Lady Macbeth only a few seconds left on the jam clock. Skate Up G trying to get in front of a couple of skaters, and it looks like they were able to do so. Stuck those hips out there and picked up a couple more points. Waiting for the official score from the infield here. And it's a 7-point jam for the Bombshells. So the Bombshells trying to cut into that Brutal Beauties lead with less than 4 minutes to go till the end of the first quarter. It's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells.
That's Gypsy Danger out there for the Brutal Beauties. Gypsy Danger taking the low road, and she gets out real fast on before turn one. She's your lead jammer. Bitch Please able to get out of the pack, trailing her by about a third of the track. Gypsy Danger eyeing a slow pack, stopped in turn two. Gets through on the low, takes to the track though, calls it off on her way down.
To the great awe of the crowd.
Great jammer awareness right there. I got to do my job.
Setting up the jam for the Beauties is going to be Princess Leia. And that's Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells.
The force is strong with this jam.
How often does somebody get to jam against their own father? Come on now.
Right?
There goes Princess Leia shaking clear of the pack. Lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Anakin Shittalker right in behind and going to look to reel her in. Princess Leia quickly up to the pack, tries to pick up that point at the back of the pack and calls it off. Had a lot of full packs so far. Aside from that early almost power jam, we haven't had a whole lot of penalties.
No, it's been relatively clean tonight.
Yeah. Good action, as you said, definitely.
That's Skate Up G back out there for the Bombshells, looking to score some points.
And Hattori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties.
Both teams at full strength. Got a full pack. These jammers got to work their way through. Skate Up G tries the high side. She's very able to slip through. Gets out as your lead jammer. Hattori Hanzo still trying to get out and back at turn three. Skate Up G working their way through the pack in turn three now. Knocked to the infield though. And calls the jam right in the nick of time.
Setting up now after that 2-point jam for the Bombshells. This is going to be Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauties and Bitch Please for the Bombshells. Both jammers still hemmed in the pack, trying to shake clear. Bitch Please able to put a juke move and able to get out just in front of Lady Macbeth, so both jammers out. And Bitch Please calls it off, heading down the front straightaway.
Lady Macbeth right on her tail. Here comes Gypsy Danger on the jammer line for the Brutal Beauties.
And that's going to be Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells. Anakin Shittalker trying to run up to the high side. Meanwhile, Gypsy Danger along the inside, and Gypsy Danger out. Lead jammer for the Beauties. Anakin Shittalker trying to get around that last blocker for the Beauties. And Lethal is called out of play, so Anakin gets out of the pack. There's Gypsy Danger finishing off a scoring pass. And there was just enough time left, so we got one more jam here to get to before the end of the quarter. 4 points up on the board for the Beauties there, so 45-24 at the moment. It's Princess Leia for the Beauties.
That's Bitch Please out there for the Bombshells. Bombshells looking to put one more powerful jam. Good score back up on the board before the end of this quarter. Princess Leia working her way through the low side. Tries the high side. She gets out. She's your lead jammer.
Bitch Please out of the pack as well for the Bombshells. So the chase is on as Princess Leia now trying to catch the pack, and Bitch Please trying to catch Princess Leia. Princess Leia down to the inside and tries to stick her hips in front of a couple of skaters. And that does bring us up to the quarter break. So at the end of one quarter, it's Brutal Beauties 49 and Bombshells 24.
Hey folks, going to tell you tonight, Paz Cantina is the official after-party spot of the Arizona Derby Dames. Come join us after tonight's bout. Live music, games, food, and drinks. If you show your wristband, you get a 20% discount on your tab. Paz Cantina is located on 3rd Street in Roosevelt. Head on over to hang out, eat, and drink with the Dames. Also, I know what I'm doing for dinner tonight. It's Off the Hook Taco Truck. A locally owned, operated taco truck serving Southern California, Baja-inspired cuisine. They've got chicken and vegetarian options available as well. Visit them outside if you're hungry for something delicious. I personally will be having the LBC fries for dinner.
I got this. All right, have you given this away?
No.
All right, fans, get those Seafoam Green raffle tickets out. At least I think so. I'm slightly blue-green colorblind, so this could be turquoise. Anyway, the raffle ticket, get that raffle ticket ready. We are giving away a $20 gift card to Amazon, and it would be 518-893. 518-893 is the winning raffle ticket, so coming up here and claim your prize.
Derby fans, have you seen the amazing team signs in the warehouse? Above and Beyond Pallet Creations takes pallets and gives them a second life. For more information or commission work, see Bobby Ross, the coach of the Schoolyard Scrappers. You can also look up Above and Beyond Pallet Creations on Facebook.
All right, we are ready to get back to the action. Fans, we wanted to remind you as we get ready to get back to the action, please remain behind that yellow line around the track at all times as the warehouse starts to fill up here for this bout and people arriving for the second bout. We want to make sure you stay safe, so make sure you stay behind that yellow line during game action, which is everything between now and halftime. Starting off this jam and jamming for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shittalker, and Anakin is out of the pack. Lead jammer for the Bombshells. Hitori Hanzo is jamming for the Beauties. Trying to get clear right here in the far turn in front of us. And there goes Hitori Hanzo.
Anakin Shittalker working her way through the back of the pack. Able to get out, get a scoring pass. That's all 4 points.
We've got Skate Up G out there to jam for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for your Brutal Beauties. Both jammers working their way through the back of the pack. Lady Macbeth working her way through the front of the pack, trying hard to get out, pushing those blockers out of the way, and she's your lead jammer.
Lady Macbeth making her way around now, trying to catch up to the pack, which is picking up speed. Pivot for the for the Brutal Beauties, knocked down and going down to the infield, a couple of blockers. Fighting to get free. There goes Skate Up G out of the pack and hanging in behind. And
Lady Macbeth thinking about picking up that jammer point. And she does.
Lady Macbeth down along the inside and gets that last point.
Come on, roller derby!
On the jammer line for the Bombshells is Bitch Please.
It's Gypsy Danger out there for the Beauties. Bombshells at full strength. Brutal Beauties trying to bring down skaters and get their lineup correct. Beauties are skating 2 blockers down.
And
as Bitch Please gets out.
Right out behind as well as Gypsy Danger for the Beauties. About a quarter of a track behind, so the pursuit is on once again.
That's a fast pack, making Bitch Please earn those points. Gets by those 2 blockers and calls off the jam. Picked up all the ghost points, all 4 points. Bringing the Bombshells to 32, Beauties 54.
Princess Leia on the jammer line for the Brutal Beauties.
Anakin Shittalker out there for the Bombshells. We've seen this before. And Anakin Shittalker gets out first with Princess Leia right behind her. Anakin Shittalker calling it off moments before Leia is able to pass her.
Couple of big smiles on both of them as they come down off the track.
Both jammers are amazingly fast.
2 of our Arizona hot shots. Setting up to jam now is going to be Hitori Hanzo for the Beauties.
That's Skate Up G out there for the Bombshells. Jammers skating against each other for a moment or two, trying to keep it slow. Breaking free, and Skate Up G's your lead jammer. Skate Up G coming up on the back of the pack. Hitori Hanzo still trying to work her way through the pack. Skate Up G collects the points, is off to the round. Looking to eye a second scoring pass. Plenty of time, 26 seconds left on this jam.
Hitori Hanzo still tied up behind those defenders, now able to find an opening going into the first corner. So trying to put an end to these circuits by Skate Up G, who is trying to find their way through the pack, trying to fight their way along the outside rail, running into a little bit of defense now and getting the signal to call it off, finishing off that scoring pass before doing so. It's an 8-point jam for the Bombshells, so able to pick up 3 points in that last scoring pass. 54-40, the Beauties in front, and the Beauties are going to send their jammer down. Princess Leia now off the track. So now, into the second quarter, we have our first power jam, and it's going to be Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells.
That's Anakin Shit-Talker out there, skating against a fast pack, trying to keep ahead. She's able to get out, though, in the straightaway.
Bombshells able to keep their 4 blockers together at the front of the pack, and they are dictating the pace of play right now. Anakin Shit-Talker trying to catch up. Now one of the blockers takes a tumble, and that's going to open things up for Anakin to try to make a scoring attempt here halfway through the Bombshells power jam.
"20 seconds left on this jam. Plenty of time for a good jammer to get back around.
A big collision there as Anakin meets up with the back of the pack and trying to find her way, tiptoeing along the inside, and just runs out of real estate. And that's going to do it. The clock expires on the power jam. So we'll wait for the score from the infield. A cheer goes up from the Bombshells faithful in the audience.
You know, Greg, I don't know the last time that we waited this long for a power jam.
Yeah, this, again, as we mentioned, it's been a fairly light penalty bout, so both teams skating really clean so far.
Bombshells cut the lead to 5 points.
Closest the Bombshells have been since it was tied at 8.
Right.
Middle of the second quarter, plenty of roller derby in front of us.
We are looking at Skate Up G for the Bombshells.
Got a thin pack ahead of them. Both teams down 2 blockers.
And Skate Up G fighting their way through the pack and able to emerge lead jammer for the Bombshells. Lady Macbeth calling out instructions and able to clear the pack as well, with Skate Up G now approaching quickly from the back of the pack, trying to get along the outside and find an opening. Bumped hard by Morning Madness, but able to finish the transit at the pack, and G calls it off.
Morning Madness trying hard to hold Skate Up G.
And don't look now.
Bitch please out there for the Bombshells.
We've got a tie game. Bombshells have erased the lead and have tied this thing up at 54 as we head into the midway point of the second quarter.
Hitori Hanzo working her way through the back of the pack. Bitch please gets out but gets knocked to the infield. Bitch please able to get out. She's your lead jammer right now. Hitori Hanzo still trying to work her way through a couple of Bombshells. Bombshells 4 blockers able to wall up in front of her.
And there goes Bitch Please around the outside and able to finish off a scoring pass. Hitori Hanzo looking for an opening, trying to outrun that blocker to the rail, but gets pinned to the rail. Still looking for an opening.
Bitch Please able to work her way through the pack. 10 seconds left on the jam. In roller derby, 10 seconds is a long time.
And the clock just runs out on that scoring attempt by Bitch Please, coming around for thirds, like I'll be doing at Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks. We're going to have a timeout of some fashion. Let's find out what it is. And it's an official timeout. No, it is not an official timeout. It's a team timeout. Team timeout for the Brutal Beauties. That was a 10-point jam for the Bombshells, and it gives them the lead 64-54.
Bitch Please picking up 10 points on that, and that was not even a power jam. That was a regular jam.
So the Bombshells take the lead. The Brutal Beauties are going to go ahead and call timeout and try to put a stop to the momentum that's built up here, as they have seen their lead they carried into the second quarter evaporate.
You know, I got to tell you, all this action out here makes me thinking about Bliss Massage. This is Bliss Massage, transforming lives one treatment at a time, offering massage treatment in Tempe, as well as mobile massage services, specializing in Swedish, deep tissue, Reiki, and much more. Visit thisisblissmassage.com or call 480-406-1314 to schedule your appointment. This is Bliss Massage.
Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Food is the energy that growing children need, providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide. Nutrition One School Lunch Program works closely with the Arizona Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting the nutrition they need daily to stay focused and get the best out of their school lunch. It's Nutrition One School Lunch Program.
Here comes Gypsy Danger for the Brutal Beauties, taking the jammer line.
And it's Anakin Shittalker for the Bombshells.
6 minutes left in this jam, and then this bout. 6 minutes left in this half. My God.
And there goes Anakin once again, lead jammer for the Bombshells. The Bombshells have had an offensive explosion here in the second quarter. And Anakin Shittalker out again. Gypsy Danger now clears the pack for the Brutal Beauties, so we're going to try to limit this to one scoring pass by Anakin.
Anakin Shittalker still had a lot of speed there, but calls off the jam.
Setting up now, we've got Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. And Skate Up G for the Bombshells. There goes Princess Leia along the inside, and your team captain for the Bombshells is the lead, the Brutal Beauties is the lead jammer for the Beauties. Skate Up G for the Bombshells out as well. Princess Leia, quick and easy scoring pass and calls it off.
And here we go again. Bitch Please out there on the line for the Bombshells.
Hitori Hanzo is lining up for the Brutal Beauties.
Jammers working their way through the pack.
Just going to see a couple of big blocks there and a lot of skaters taking a tumble. Emerging out the front of the pack, lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties, that's Hitori Hanzo.
Bitch Please knocked to the infield on turn 2. Battling her way along the top of the track as Hitori Hanzo starts her scoring pass.
Another 4-point jam for the Brutal Beauties. Cuts that lead down to 6 points for the Bombshells as we go back and forth. But Brutal Beauties picking up a penalty on their jammer, so this is going to be a power jam for the Bombshells. Anakin Shittalker.
Power jam.
And we are underway. Anakin runs right into a brick wall. That is damn it, jam it. We're in the pivot stripe for the Brutal Beauties, and Anakin did not get by her, to put it mildly. Anakin now trying to find an opening.
Beauty's able to wall up in front of Anakin and hold her back for a little bit, but she's able to get out in turn 4.
Anakin able to clear the pack. 35 seconds to go in the Bombshells power jam. Brutal Beauties are trying to stay together and control the pace of play.
Impaler Swift trying to break up that beauty wall. That's a fast pack. Keeping the scoring opportunities for Anakin down. Battling against Quiver Phoenix and Princess Leia at the front of the pack. Knocked to the infield in turn 1.
That could be a cut.
And Anakin calls off the rest of the jam. Anakin picking up 5 points there during that jam. Looks like we've got Skate Up G getting ready to jam for the Bombshells here.
That's Gypsy Danger out there for the Brutal Beauties.
Both jammers cautiously approaching the pack. Now Gypsy Danger along the inside finds an opening, and just as I say that, Skate Up G getting clear as well. So the pursuit on once again, and Gypsy Danger puts the kibosh on that.
Skate Up G is fast.
Skate Up G, as I mentioned, another one of our league rookies out there doing great things for their team.
Putting pressure on the other jammer, making her call off the jam.
That is going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells.
That's Princess Leia out there, the captain of the Brutal Beauties. Leia tries the low road while Bitch Please takes the middle. Both of them still stuck in the back of the pack.
Pack makes their way thunderously into the back straightaway with skaters taking a tumble. And emerging out the front of the pack is Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. Skate Up G, excuse me, Bitch Please is the jammer. Bitch Please back towards the back of the pack trying to find an opening. Princess Leia now on a scoring pass, tiptoeing along the inside and finishes it off. The Brutal Beauties fans in the crowd cheering as Princess Leia with 21 seconds to go in this jam. Princess Leia coming around for another scoring pass. Bitch Please still trying to find an opening and get out of the pack. There's Princess Leia finishing off a scoring pass, 5 seconds to go. Bitch Please knocked down to the infield again, and they're going to let the clock expire. Princess Leia not quite enough time to get back to the pack again. It's a big 10-point jam for the Brutal Beauties. So the Brutal Beauties are going to put 10 points up on the board. There we are, Bombshell 73, Beauty 72, and what is going to be the last jam before halftime. So you could say it's been a pretty good first half, I suppose. Hitori Hanzo out there jamming for the Beauties.
That's Skate Up G out there for the Bombshells. They're both working their ways to the front of the pack, but neither one can get out first. And as I say that, Skate Up G is able to emerge as your lead jammer.
Hitori Hanzo out of the pack as well for the Brutal Beauties. So Skate Up G now on the scoring prowl. Weaving their way through the pack, and they call off the jam. And that is going to take us into halftime. So as we head to the half, waiting for the official score there from that jam. It's a 4-point jam for the Bombshells. So the scores we head into halftime is Bombshells 77, Brutal Beauties 72. That was a pretty good first half. We will head into the halftime break. We'll get you a raffle prize here momentarily. Don't forget we have Off the Hook Taco Truck outside for fantastic taco eats.
Massage gift certificate first. Massage gift certificate.
All right, get those raffle tickets ready. We are going to give away a couple of prizes here. Our first prize is a gift certificate to This Is Bliss Massage, and that winning ticket number is going to be 518899. 518899 for the This Is Bliss Massage.
And then we've got an autographed picture for all you Beauties fans. Ticket number 518966. Ticket number 518966. You win an autographed picture of your Brutal Beauties.
It had run down to like 14 before we changed it. Because I'm sorry, it started at 30, ran down to like 29. We set it for 14. 15-minute halftime. Yes, we're on it.
Put your hands together for some of our minor assaults out there, giving away a little bit of swag. Let's hear it for Callie. She's a bride this year.
Thank you. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some food. Okay. do have a good view. Oh, by the way, good colors. Good colors.
So do the teams get 2 timeouts again going into the second half?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I was-
total 3 timeouts for the whole game, up to 2 per half.
Got it.
And then the challenge is it's 2 for the game, 1 per half.
Okay.
So we
I
should be good
understand.
now.
Now I get it.
I'm learning it still.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That was new for me too. So I'm like, okay.
I think this is the first game I've actually remembered it. I had to remind it.
Do we have the flop spots? Is that okay?
You're like less than 2 minutes. Yeah. Take your time. It's all right.
Waited 5 months for this.
All right, Derby fans, we are just about a minute away from getting back into the action here. Wanted to let you know that the 50-50 cash raffle, which we again are going to hand out at the end of this first bout. So the 50-50 cash raffle is being handed out at the end of this first bout. That pool is already up to $450. Make sure to buy yourself some of those red cash raffle tickets if you'd like to get a crack at that 50-50 pot.
I need a step stool. I'll tiptoe as much as possible.
Be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames snack bar. Grab yourself a cold beverage, some chips, or some candy for this sweet tooth. All the proceeds go back to the league to keep us rolling. That's the Derby Dames snack bar over here by the bathrooms.
All right, and we are going to start off the second half with a challenge. So let's start off the second half with some clerical work. The regulators are going to get together here. The Bombshells are going to challenge.
While you're bored out there, be sure to visit the Arizona Derby Dames merchandise booth. You get your favorite league and team merchandise. T-shirt, tanks, hats, koozies, stickers, and buttons, oh my! Head on over and pick up some swag from your favorite team.
There's a new rule on challenges and timeouts. Challenges is you get 2 for the game, but a max of 1 per half.
Oh.
So has the second half started?
My. Oh, wow.
Because is that their second half challenge?
Or is that their first half?
That
Yeah.
one they get to use in the first half. Here, I'll yell. Freya! You gotta speak at Freya volume to get Freya's attention.
Or wouldn't it be since the penalty was last half?
Right. Okay. So while this official timeout is continuing, we'd like to let you know about another one of our league sponsors, Copper Star Coffee. Copper Star Coffee is a locally owned coffee shop and cafe providing hand-blended drinks and award-winning baked goods. They're on the southwest corner of 7th Avenue and Heatherbrae, just north of Indian School Road.
Hey, the cool spot, we serve acai bowls and smoothies. We make our acai bowls and smoothies to nourish and refresh Arizona residents who are out enjoying the 300-plus days of sunshine we experience here in the Valley of the Sun. Our goal is to provide the Valley with a healthy, delicious alternative to quick food that will fuel your day. That's the cool spot. Truck outside. Get yourself something refreshing for dessert.
All right, and the word from the regulators is the challenge is unsuccessful. The penalty is upheld. So, and the Bombshells, that was their first half challenge, so they do still have a challenge to use here in the second half. So, we will start things off here now and get underway after that false start after halftime.
Refresh your memory, Bombshells made a huge comeback in the second quarter, starting off this third quarter as your leader, 77-22. I don't expect that to last long. I think the Beauties have a strong team, and they're about to score some points.
So we start things off after that unsuccessful challenge by the Bombshells. We're going to start things off with the Brutal Beauties Power Jam. It's going to be Princess Leia on the jammer line for the Beauties. Let's hear it from the Brutal Beauties fans in the house. And we are underway. Brutal Beauties starting off this second half with a 5-point deficit, and they're going to try to fix that here with Princess Leia fighting to get clear of the pack. Knocked down there by that last blocker for the Bombshells.
Skid Vicious taking Princess Leia to the infield.
And Princess Leia able to push those last blockers out of play. If the blockers are more than 20 feet away from the main pack, they can no longer actively block. So Princess Leia now coming around with half the time gone off this power jam clock. And able to find an easier time getting through the pack on her scoring pass. So Princess Leia, 5 points for the Brutal Beauties, excuse me.
Skid Vicious knocking Princess Leia to the infield. Reestablished herself on the track. That jam is over.
So we will see what the score was there on that pass. It was a 9-point power jam for the Brutal Beauties. So the Brutal Beauties swing back in front. And they're going to send Hitori Hanzo to the jammer line.
Mitch Please coming to the line for the Bombshells, looking to make up those 4 points.
Once again, a pretty full pack out there. That was only our second power jam so far, I believe, of the game.
Hitori Hanzo working her way from the bottom to the top. She's back out towards the front, trying to get free of this pack. Mitch Please still working her way through the back of the pack.
And there goes Hitori Hanzo out the front of the pack, out and clear. Here's Bitch Please trying to find an opening and knock down, slides down to the infield. So Hitori Hanzo now approaching the pack on a scoring pass, and will be looking to pick up that 5th point as well as be able to get through, and Bitch Please is going to follow right behind along the inside and get out as well. So Hitori Hanzo a lap ahead and going to try to put some more points on the board.
Hitori Hanzo eyeing the pack as she calls off the jam. Bitch Please getting a little too close. Here comes Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties.
And it's going to be Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells. Beauties putting 5 points on the board. And a late penalty being reported in. So a penalty picked up by the jammer for the Bombshells in that previous jam. Bitch Please penalized and in the penalty box. And it's going to be a power jam. Lady Macbeth is out there to do the power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Lady Macbeth now trying to get those blockers, trying to dodge around those blockers. Skid Vicious holding strong on the front of the pack there. And Lady Macbeth able to get clear. 35 seconds to go here in the Bombshells, the Brutal Beauties Power Jam.
Skid Vicious trying to rally her team, get that front line moving faster, speed up the pack. Lady Macbeth able to make a successful scoring pass. She's able to get out and come for another one. 9 seconds left on this jam. Fast pack halfway around the track. Doesn't look like she's got the room.
And that'll do it for the Power Jam. We will wait for the official score from the infield. 5 points up on the board for the Brutal Beauties. And the Brutal Beauties are going to throw the Power Jam pendulum right back the other way as Lady Macbeth picking up a penalty there. So it's Anakin Shit-Talker out there by her lonesome for the Bombshells. And now the Bombshells have a Power Jam.
Anakin Shit-Talker out there taking the high side. She gets out before the first turn. Turning on the speed. Here she comes. A slow pack almost stopped in turn 1. Anakin's a hot shot. She's able to get back around.
Anakin finishes off the scoring pass. Those last blockers out of play. 32 seconds to go in the Power Jam, and Anakin looking for more. And Anakin on that time.
Morning Madness and Princess Leia trying to hold her back at the front of that pack. Bunch of skaters take a turn in turn 4. Anakin able to get out. Morning Madness still trying to block her in front of her. She takes to the bottom of the track.
Good individual defense there by Morning Madness, able to really slow up Anakin Shittalker and eat a lot of time off the clock by knocking her down to the infield, and that's going to do it after another scoring pass is complete. 10 points on the board for Anakin Shittalker in the Bombshells.
That was 10 points, but still almost a successful slowdown of a power jam. Anakin could have put a lot more points on the board when that happened.
We're going to have Skate Up G out there for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties. Beauties looking to preserve their lead, 4 points. Both teams skating down, one blocker. Straight Up G able to find a hole on the high side. There your lead jammer.
And able to clear the pack as well. There goes Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauties, about a half a track behind. Skate Up G looking for points. Skate Up G giving the crowd a thrill there as they were trying to call it off. We're waiting for the points. It's a 4-point jam, and we have a tie game once again with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter. It's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells.
That's Gypsy Danger out there for the Brutal Beauties, and she gets out on the low side, dancing along the coping. She's your lead jammer. Bitch Please off the track, trying to work her way out of turn one.
Big collision there in the front straightaway, and that's going to claim, definitely Gypsy Danger was down in that with a couple of blockers, and that gave Bitch Please a chance to get clear for the Bombshells. Gypsy Danger now fighting out of the pack as well. And Gypsy Danger puts 5 points up on the board there for the Brutal Beauties. Princess Leia on the jammer line for the Beauties.
Let's Skate Up G for the Bombshells. 96-21. Beauties leading by 5 points. Both jammers working their way through the pack, coming through turn one, but Princess Leia, she's your lead jammer. She gets out between turns 1 and 2. Skate Up G still trying to work their way through the back of the pack. Princess Leia coming up on the pack here in the straightaway and passes her way through right in front of the fans. Standing on one skate, she's coming back around. She says, I want some seconds.
Skate Up G manages to slide along the coping on one knee and exit the pack for the Bombshells. Princess Leia now trying to get some points on the board, and it's going to go ahead and call off the jam with Skate Up G coming in with a full head of steam. Another 5-point jam for the...
No.
All right. Fans, a very important announcement we want to remind you. Please, no whistling during the game. It can lead to confusion, lead to jams being called off early. So please, no whistling during the game. Yes, exactly. Don't do that. That's what not to do. Perfect.
Beauty's trying to hang on to a 10-point lead right now. We're halfway through the third quarter.
As the timeout continues, we'd like to let you know about Lost Dutchman Tattoo, a local tattoo shop specializing in various styles from realism to traditional and customized tattoo designs. Walk-ins are welcome, located at 4121 North 19th Avenue. It's the east side of 19th Avenue, just north of Indian School Road, Lost Dutchman Tattoo.
Hey, you'll find some ghouls outside at the 6 Feet Deep apparel table. It's run by your coffin draggers. Check them out. They're located just outside.
All right, back to the action. We are going to have Hitori Hanzo on the jammer line for the Brutal Beauties, and jamming for the first time for the Bombshells tonight, it's your captain, Skid Vicious.
Hey now.
Skid Vicious trying to find an opening along the rail and able to do so. Skid Vicious quickly out of the pack. It is your lead jammer for the Bombshells.
Skid Vicious all the way back around the track. She's coming up in the back of the pack for a scoring pass. Tries the high, ducks low, comes off the track. Resets herself.
Now Skid Vicious blasting along the rail. It dodges one of her own blockers and finishes off the scoring pass. Hitori Hanzo able to fight past that last blocker that was out of play. So Hitori Hanzo, now the pursuit is on. Skid Vicious going to try to put some more points on the board for the Bombshells here.
10 seconds left in this jam.
And Skid Vicious meeting up with some defensive resistance, calls off the jam. 5-point jam for Skid Vicious and the Bombshells.
And 5.5 minutes left in this quarter.
It's going to be Lady Macbeth on the jammer line for the Beauties.
And Skid Up G back out there for the Bombshells. Lady Macbeth pushing her way along the bottom of the track. Able to get out first. She's your lead jammer. Skid Up G going to follow her through. Trailing her about a half a track behind. Going to put the pressure on Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth scoring points as she passes through the pack in turn 2. Calls off the jam. Only able to collect 2 points on that jam.
Bombshells are going to send Skid Vicious to the jammer line again.
That's Gypsy Danger back out there for the Beauties. 7-point lead for the Beauties. And it looks like we've got another power jam.
So a power jam for the Bombshells. Brutal Beauties picking up a jammer penalty. And their jammer is the only one in the penalty box right now. Skid Vicious is out there with the power jam opportunity for the Bombshells, fighting to get clear. Down along the inside, is able to find an opening and get by the last blocker. Skid Vicious out of the pack. 43 seconds to go on the Bombshells power jam. There's Skid Vicious now caught up to the pack and trying to find an opening. Ducks along the inside, a big collision going down, and the turn was Evil Twin. And there is Skid Vicious clearing the pack now with 21 seconds to go in the power jam, looking for an opening coming into the front straightaway. Picking and choosing, Skid Vicious, patient, approaching the pack and finding an opening. 5 seconds to go in the power jam. Skid Vicious working to get back to the pack. And goes up to the high side to try and get a couple of points on the back end of that. And able to do so. Skid Vicious picking up one more point on the power jam, which in this bout, every point is super duper important. That's an 11-point power jam for Skid Vicious and the Bombshells. And the Bombshells back in front, 107, 108, 103, excuse me. Another point tacked on there at the end. So a 12-point power jam. 108, 103, both teams over 100 points now.
Here comes Princess Leia, the captain of the Brutal Beauties, going to try to make up some of those points. Let's skate up G out there for the Bombshells. Sleia's out first, though, before turn 1. She's not wasting any time. She's half a track around from the pack, and she's going to set up her scoring pass. Skate up G knocked to the infield before turn 3. Princess Leia collecting points as she's coming through the pack on the high side. Skate up G being held up by Ballistic Buffalo and Damn It Jam It. Tries the low side. Working their way through the front of the pack. Held up by Damn It Jam It and Morning Madness.
Princess Leia blocked down to the infield by Remy Ruckus along the inside. Finishes off the scoring pass and calls off the jam. It's a 9-point jam, and the Brutal Beauties back in front by 4 points. Nip and tuck battle as we head down to the end of the third quarter. It's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells. And your jammer for the Brutal Beauties is Gypsy Danger. Tightly contested pack now. Neither jammer able to get any purchase. Now working our way through the pack. There goes Bitch Please along the inside, and Bitch Please out of the pack. Lead jammer for the Bombshells. Gypsy Danger fighting to the front of the pack and able to get by blockers as well, about a quarter track behind. And the pursuit is on. And Bitch Please calling it off, but may have waited too long to do so. We heard a cheer come up from the bench. We will wait for the official score from the infield. No points for either side. Bitch Please able to get that called off before giving up any points. Skid Vicious will be jamming for the Bombshells here.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for Brutal Beauties.
Bombshells sending down a blocker.
Bombshells sitting 2 blockers on this jam. Skid Vicious changes her lineup.
Skid Vicious now trying to play a little bit of jammer defense and routes Lady Macbeth up into a defensive trap. At least was trying to, but Lady Macbeth able to fight through and able to get out of the pack. Lady Macbeth, your lead jammer for the Brutal Beauties. Skid Vicious racing down the middle of the back straightaway and able to clear the pack as well for the Bombshells. Lady Macbeth coming through the turn. Took an incidental wrist from her teammate up towards the face area there, but was able to get by it without too much of a hampering. It's going to be Hitori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties and Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells in what will be the last jam of the third quarter. Brutal Beauties put 4 more on the board, so they're up by 8 at the moment. And there we are, the jam is underway. Hitori Hanzo's got a giant opening along the inside, and Hitori Hanzo quickly to the front of the pack. Hitori Hanzo finishing off a scoring pass. Anakin Shit-Talker had cleared the pack for the Bombshells as well, so Tori calls it off. That takes us up to the end of the third quarter. Bombshells, Brutal Beauties putting 4 points on the board. So our scores, we head into the third quarter break. Brutal Beauties 120, Bombshells 108.
Hey folks, get those Glitter Marine raffle tickets out. I've got a gift bag here from Siphon Draw Apothecary. Raffle ticket number 518977. That's raffle ticket 518977. You've won yourself a Siphon Draw Apothecary gift bag. Siphon Draw Apothecary, who features all natural, non-toxic, handcrafted skincare products made by our very own Dolly de los Muertos. Visit them at the Goldfield Ghost Town on historic Highway 88. Siphon Draw Apothecary, raffle ticket number 518977.
I like that they sent Ivy over there to yell at that guy that whistled.
Oh, yeah? I didn't see it.
That's what Hoover came over and said. When the guy whistled, when I said no whistling, and he whistled.
Uh-oh.
Hey folks, food is the energy that growing children need, providing healthy, great tasting, and freshly prepared whole foods to local schools valley-wide. Nutrition One School Lunch Program works closely with the Arizona Department of Education and the USDA to make sure our children are getting the nutrition they need to stay strong, focused, and get the best out of their school lunch. That's Nutrition One School Lunch Program. Mark your calendars, Derby fans. Our next hard-hitting action comes to you as another doubleheader on December 7th. This bout will feature the Schoolyard Scrappers taking on the prettiest girls in the morgue, the Coffin Draggers. Second game of the night features the Runaway Brides versus these very Bombshells. Same time, same place, so stay tuned on our social media pages for more details. Don't miss out on what the cool kids are doing on Saturday nights. Doors at 5, first whistle at 6. That's the next bout on December 7th.
Fans, this month the Derby Dames charity we are supporting St. Mary's Food Bank, who serves to alleviate hunger through the gathering and distribution of food while encouraging self-sufficiency, collaboration, advocacy, and education. St. Mary's Food Bank is truly a community-based organization that distributes food to nearly 700 nonprofit partners in 9 Arizona counties. These agencies include food pantries, dining halls, homeless shelters, and more. Get behind this great cause by bringing canned goods or donating. Everything helps. We were having a food drive here this evening you may have seen over by the ticket booth, but just because you missed the chance to donate to our food drive doesn't mean you can't donate. There are St. Mary's Food Drive donation boxes at every Goodwill. You can drop off your unwanted, non-perishable food items at any Goodwill to donate to St. Mary's. Which I never knew that.
Right?
So about 5 years ago, I was packing up for one of my moves, and I was like, I've got so much canned food, and one of my friends
Yeah.
were like, they're at every Goodwill. I was like, because I'd love to donate it, but I can never, like, St. Mary's is open like 9 to 3.
Right, yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, and so, yeah, any Goodwill, they have donation boxes.
I didn't know that.
Great.
Hey, Derby fans, save the date. November 23rd, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Upcoming Bar Crawler. Bar Crawler 2019, hosted by the Doomsday Valkyries. Custom swag bags, bigger than ever raffle prizes. 4 bars, plus a photo scavenger hunt and more. Check out the event page or ask a Valkyrie for details. Last year, this was one of the best attended events. It was amazing down on Roosevelt Row. It was a blast. Bar Crawler.
All right, fans, we are just about to get underway here in the fourth quarter, so we are going to remind you a couple of times. 1, no whistling, please. No whistling, thank you. And 2, make sure that you stay behind that yellow line unless you are part of the bout production crew, or, you know if you're supposed to be over that yellow line. If you don't know if you're supposed to be over it, you're not. So make sure to stay behind it, please, at all times as the warehouse begins getting crowded here. We're back to the action. Your score right now, Brutal Beauties 120, Bombshells 108. It's been nip and tuck throughout. Anakin Shit Talker on the jammer line for the Bombshells, Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. And they're fighting her way clear along the back straightaway is going to be Anakin Shit Talker. Anakin out and clear. Princess Leia now clears the pack as well. Anakin's got about a half a track lead now, trying to finish off a scoring pass, running into a couple of blockers for the Brutal Beauties, but able to get clear. And a big collision there as a couple of skaters come sliding in there at the very end, colliding with one of the skaters coming up on the track, so everybody looks like they're okay. We're going to have Skate Up G on the jammer line for the Bombshells, and your jammer for the Brutal Beauties is going to be Gypsy Danger.
Gypsy Danger? Yeah, Skate Up G.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I said them right.
Yeah.
I thought it was Gypsy Danger. I thought I saw 3.
Beauties trying to change their blocker lineup. Skate Up G trying through the high side. Knocks their way out. There your lead jammer coming out of turn 2. Gypsy Danger working hard, trying to get out of the pack. It's a fast pack. Taken to the infield in turn 3.
Able to get up and continue on, though, with no cut track penalty as her blocker also fell off the track. So Skate Up G now mid-pack. Damn it, Jam It delivers a humongous block right in front of us here, and then Damn It, Jam It tumbled off onto the infield as well. So The block giveth and the block taketh away. Damn it, jam it. Ends up on the infield. Skate up G trying to finish off the scoring pass. We're going to have an official timeout before we proceed too much further with this game. So as the official timeout continues, we would like to let you know about Arcadia Health and Wellness, another one of our sponsors, providing chiropractic care, physical therapy, corrective exercise, and massage therapy. Dr. Matt and Dr. Dom are chiropractors sure to meet your needs. Visit them at Arcadia Health and Wellness, located on 35th Street in Indian School in Arizona. Mention the Arizona Derby Dames to get a discounted rate on your initial visit.
While we're working through this, are you interested in being a part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing? Well, our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rule set and help keep our ladies on the track in check. Our regulator team accepts all gender types, and there are various levels of officiating that go on during a roller derby bout. Come be a part of the action, help our league grow. Ask any skater or ref how to get involved.
All right, the regulators have all of the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Everything looks like it's all set. 3 points on the board for the Bombshells there. So 13-19 to go in regulation. And we have Bitch Please on the jammer line for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties.
And Bitch Please was trying to cling to that coping along the inside and was just not able to keep her balance and ended up on the infield. So now has to get up and reestablish and coming back through out the front of the pack. And your lead jammer is going to be Lady Macbeth. Here comes Bitch Please trying to catch her up. Lady Macbeth is going to go ahead and call it off. Bitch Please had her head down and was coming on strong. Setting up the jam now for the Bombshells is going to be Anakin Shit-Talker.
That's Hattori Hanzo out there for the Brutal Beauties. Hattori Hanzo working her way through the bottom on the low side. She's able to get out, and she's your lead jammer. Hattori Hanzo getting through the pack on one skate. Coming up on the back of the pack to the straightaway. Here she comes for her scoring pass. Tries the low side, gets right through. Calls off the jam.
Four points for the Brutal Beauties. Looks like we're going to have Skid Vicious out there for the Bombshells. And for the Brutal Beauties, that's Princess Leia.
Do you know Skid Vicious?
Yes.
You did.
Princess Leia right up to the front of the pack and able to cut between a couple of blockers, and she's your lead jammer. Skid Vicious now out of the pack as well, about a quarter track behind. So Princess Leia is going to try to make hay while the sun is shining here. There goes Princess Leia weaving through the pack, able to get through that scoring pass and call it off.
Good Lord.
Brutal Beauties putting 4 more points on the board, pushing that lead up to double digits for the moment with 11 minutes to go in regulation. Skate Up G is out there for the Bombshells.
That's Gypsy Danger out there for the Brutal Beauties. Trying the high side, working her way down towards the middle of the pack. Skate Up G following her through, but gets knocked to the infield. Gypsy Danger gets that. She's your lead jammer.
And there goes Skate Up G clearing the pack for the Bombshells as well. Gypsy Danger tries to go along the inside and gets bumped onto the infield, gets back up to reestablish, and is going to go ahead and call off the jam.
Derby fans, the 50-50 raffle is up to $600. That's 50% of that goes to the Minor Assault Derby program, trying to get them to Philadelphia this year for Battle on the Bay. 50% of that goes to you.
Your jammers are Skid Vicious for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties, both slowly working their way through the pack. Lady Macbeth knocked to the infield there. Skid Vicious running her way through the outside. She's your lead jammer. Bombshells trying to put some points on the board.
Lady Macbeth shakes clear of the pack as well for the Brutal Beauties. Skid Vicious patiently approaching the pack, looking for an opening, runs up to the high side, calls off the jam. No points for either side, and we proceed forward. 9.5 minutes to go in regulation. Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells.
That's Tori Hanzo out there for the Brutal Beauties. Both jammers pinned up against the rail on the high side. Anakin Shit-Talker goes low first, and she gets out. She's your lead jammer. Anakin Shit-Talker gaining some speed coming through turns 3 and 4. Tori Hanzo lost in the pack, but she's able to get out in turn 4 as Anakin Shit-Talker makes her scoring pass, goes down, you stick it down to the track. People flying everywhere.
A couple of blockers scrambling along, trying to get in front of Anakin as she was making her way down the outside rail there. Anakin puts 3 points on the board for the Bombshells during that scoring pass. It's going to be Bitch Please for the Bombshells. Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties. As one blocker called down for the Brutal Beauties. This jam is underway.
What's that?
Fighting their way along, trying to find the opening. There's Bitch Please, and able to spin around Morning Madness and clear the pack is Bitch Please. But Princess Leia for the Brutal Beauties is out right behind her. Bitch Please going to try to catch up here and get some points on the board. Princess Leia is coming on with a full head of steam down the straightaway. Bitch Please calls it off. We will wait and see if Princess Leia picked up any points on the back end of that. Four points for the Bombshells and 3 points for the Brutal Beauties. So there we have it. Brutal Beauties putting 3 points up on the board. Bombshells 4 points up on the board. Brutal Beauties up by 11 right now with 7 minutes to go in regulation. It's Gypsy Danger for the Beauties.
That's Skate Up G out there for the Bombshells, trying to get their way to the front of the pack. Gypsy Danger is able to get, she's your lead jammer, but Skate Up G is gaining on her fast. Skate Up G putting the pressure on the Beauties jammer. Calls it off as she gets to the front of the pack.
And it looks like we're going to have a stoppage in play. That's going to be team timeout by the Bombshells. So the Bombshells are going to take a second to discuss some strategy here. Your score right now, Brutal Beauties 135, Bombshells 122 with 6.5 minutes to go in regulation.
13.
Are you a young lady between the ages of 10 and 17 who loves to skate, or do you know somebody who fits those criteria? Our Minor Assaults are a non-profit 501c3 and are always looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that will help in life situations far beyond roller derby. Minor skating skills, dedication to learn, and a positive mental attitude are all that we require. Come see what all the fun is about. Ask any Arizona Derby dame how to get involved or visit our website at azddinspire.org.
And don't forget, folks, our Minor Assaults are selling popcorn for $1, and we have 2 raffles going on. Disneyland tickets. If you like Disneyland, there's a chance to win 2 sets of 2 Disneyland tickets for buying a gold egg for $20. You do not need to be present to win, but buy that gold egg for $20. Support the minor assaults.
Setting up the jam now is going to be Skid Vicious for the Bombshells.
That's Lady Macbeth out there for the Brutal Beauties. Lady Macbeth skating hard for the high side. Working her way through the front of the pack, and she's your lead jammer. Skid Vicious gets out. She's your trailing jammer, about 20, 30 feet behind her. Lady Macbeth turning on the speed, stopped pack in turn 2. Calls off the jam, tries to collect a point.
Bombshells had played that well, and when Lady Macbeth came around the corner, was facing an impenetrable defensive wall, so called it off. We go under 6 minutes to play in regulation. It's going to be Tori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties.
That's Skate Up G for the Bombshells. Skate Up G looking to close that gap.
Oh, and just like that, we've had a late penalty reported in. It's going to be a power jam for the Bombshells. Late penalty being reported in. They're on the infield, and they're going to swap out. The Brutal Beauties are going to swap out for a defensive unit here. Damn it, jam it coming on the track I saw there, among others. So Skate Up G has got a chance. The Bombshells have a fantastic chance to cut that lead or maybe make it wipe off the board right here. There we are underway. Skate Up G trying to find an opening along that defensive wall.
Quiver Phoenix able to shut the door on the high side. Damn it, jam it, shuts the door on the low side. Skate Up G still trying hard to push their way through the front of the Beauties. Beauties able to recycle in front of Skate Up G, but Skate Up G able to get out in turn 3.
Those blockers at the front were out of play, so Skate Up G able to get through with 25 seconds to go. Skate Up G this time quickly up to the pack and trying to get through that front wall of defenders, and they're able to do so and finish off a scoring pass with 17 seconds to go in the Bombshells power jam. The pack not going much of anywhere right now. Bombshells are holding it up. 9 seconds for their jammer to get some work done. Defense by Princess Leia going up to the rail and making Skate Up G have to stop and go down to the infield. Skate Up G down, trying to get back on the track, but they're not able to do so before the clock expires.
Skate Up G trying hard to hold on to get that extra point.
And Skate Up G able to do so. Skate Up G all 10 points during that power jam. It's a 3-point lead for the Brutal Beauties, 135-132 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation. Hitori Hanzo for the Brutal Beauties.
That's Anakin Shittalker out there for the Bombshells. Both jammers working their way through the pack. Pack speeding up through turn 1.
Anakin now eyeing the front of the pack. He's got 2 blockers to push past. He's going to try to duck down to the inside and able to get clear of the pack. Anakin Shittalker's your lead jammer for the Bombshells. 4 minutes to go in regulation.
Anakin Shittalker looking to take a lead on this jam. Hitori Hanzo gets out of the pack in turn 4.
Anakin turns sideways, makes herself thin, and slides right through the pack. Bumped off there, though, by Morning Madness. Back up onto the track.
Collects up points, calls off the jam.
All right, we're going to have a team timeout. The Brutal Beauties are going to take a moment to talk over some of the action. All right, we're waiting for that official score to come up here. 5 points for the Bombshells, puts them back in front by 2 points here as we wait for the timeout to continue. All right, after that discussion, the referees have corrected the score. Bombshells scored 4 points during that jam. So it's 136-135. Just in case you wanted it to be a little closer.
With 3 minutes and 33 seconds left, we've got a power jam coming to the Brutal Beauties.
Anakin Shittalker, is that a cut track, I think?
I think it was, yeah, at the end.
Anakin picked up a cut track there at the end. Her momentum kind of carried her through the point of the turn, and there just wasn't much she could do, and so a cut track penalty is assessed. Bombshells just nosed out in front, but Princess Leia now is going to do the power jam for the Brutal Beauties.
Bombshells trying desperately to hold Princess Leia inside the pack, but she's able to get out.
But the
Now they're trying to speed up the pack, trying to keep out of her way.
Bombshells briefly got that defender to reunite at the front of the pack. They're trying to hold them apart as Princess Leia now runs into one of her blockers and bumped off hard down to the infield, and then blocker over one of her own blockers. Princess Leia back up on the track and trying to fight her way through and finishes off a scoring pass.
The faster the pack, the harder it is for that jammer to score points.
Princess Leia making her way rapidly around the track. Less than 3 minutes to go in regulation. 15 seconds to go in the power jam. Princess Leia walked off to the infield by the defense of the Bombshells. Now is trying to tiptoe her way along the inside. Bumped again, but able to get around that pivot with 3 seconds to go in the power jam. And Princess Leia calls it off. 10-point power jam for the Brutal Beauties. Puts them in front by 9 points with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation. Hitori Hanzo on the jammer line for the Brutal Beauties.
That's Bitch Please out there for the Bombshells. Beauties picked up a bunch of penalties on that last jam.
So the Brutal Beauties in service of trying to build up a lead here as the clock is running low. Have only 2 blockers out there now, so a 2-skater advantage for the Bombshells. As we are ready to go in this jam underway, 2 minutes to go in regulation.
Beach Please able to get out as your lead jammer. Bombshells slam the door on Hitori Hanzo, but she's able to get out in turn 2.
Hitori Hanzo fighting to get out of the pack and trying to keep this scoring attempts for Bitch Please to 1, and Bitch Please finishes it off and calls off the jam. 4 points on the board for the Bombshells. Brutal Beauties have a 5-point lead as we line up for this next jam. It's going to be Lady Macbeth for the Brutal Beauties.
That's Skid Vicious out there for the Bombshells.
The jam is underway as we approach 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in regulation. There goes Skid Vicious for the Bombshells. Skid Vicious out of the pack, trying to fight her way along the inside as Lady Macbeth. Those defenders the last defender gets spun around and Lady Macbeth is able to get clear.
Skid Vicious working her way through the pack here. The 54 seconds left in this jam is about. Skid Vicious scores her points, calls off the jam.
So we are lining up for what could conceivably be the last jam in regulation, and it's a 2-point lead for the Brutal Beauties. It's going to be Anakin Shit-Talker for the Bombshells. Let's hear it from the fans of both teams to get up right now for this last jam of the game.
Gypsy Danger out there to escape for the Brutal Beauties. 2-point lead for the Beauties. Anakin Shit-Talker taken out of the track, but Gypsy Danger gets out. She's your lead jammer.
Anakin Shit-Talker out as well, and the pursuit is on. Gypsy Danger racing to get back to the pack with 13 seconds left on the game clock. The pack moving on. Gypsy Danger trying to catch up and calls it off. We're going to do it all over again. There's going to be one more jam for all the potatoes. Yeah, she was trying. So we will set back up with no points for either side. Once again, Brutal Beauties 145, Bombshells 143. It's Skid Vicious for the Bombshells.
Captain Princess Leia out there for the Beauties and Captain Skid Vicious for the Bombshells.
So we are underway, and what is Devin? There goes Skid Vicious along the inside. It's Skid Vicious, your lead jammer for the Bombshells. Princess Leia emerges from the pack as well. We've got one last jammer race to go here in regulation. And we're going to wait to find out what the score was from the infield. Skid Vicious calling off the jam. Princess Leia flying in at the end there, trying to pick up some points on the back end of that. 2 points on the board for Princess Leia and the Brutal Beauties. We are waiting for the score from Skid Vicious. 2 points on the board for the Bombshells. The Brutal Beauties keep it even as we headed into that jam. And we're going to pull the skaters down now and review here for the end of the game as the game clock has expired. There we are. Once again, game clock has expired, so we're going to check the penalty situation here and see if we have any penalty jams. Once again, if the team that is ahead had any penalties and the team that behind skated clean, we will have penalty jams basically in overtime. With both teams putting 2 points on the board there, Princess Leia not giving up on the jam and coming in hot at the end to pick up 2 points at the back end. And that's going to do it with that final whistle. Your final score, Brutal Beauties 147, Bombshells 145.
All right, roller derby fans, come on down and greet your favorite skaters. Hell of a bout tonight. Both teams skated hard.
Brutal Beauties fans coming down and showing some love. Beauties were a little short-handed tonight, had a couple of fill-ins helping them out this evening. And here come the Bombshells, a hard-fought bout for the Bombshells as well.
Beauties picking up their first win of the season. Bombshells skated hard. That was a hell of a bout, folks.
Try this one again.
And then this is just a basket of miscellaneous items from the refs.
All right.
So I really don't know what to say.
Refs bullshit.
There's a lot of stuff.
Is that a thing or is that somebody's
No,
notes?
this is their-
All right, fans, get those raffle tickets ready. Let's go ahead and give away some raffle ticket prizes. First up, we've got an Amazon gift card, and the winning ticket for that is going to be 518-953. 518-953.
Hey, then we've got a miscellaneous gift basket from the regulators. Raffle ticket number 518-909. 518-909. Come on down.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, Derby fans. More Derby action coming. Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-50 raffle is up to $780. The winner, that's you, get $390 cash money. And we're calling it now. Thank you for your support of Arizona Derby Dames Junior Roller Derby and the Minor Assaults. Get those 50-50 raffle tickets out. We're going to have the drawing in just about 20 seconds.
I can't be trusted. I picked my own number last time. What color is this? Pink.
All right, folks, get those pinkish, reddish raffle tickets out. I've got a 50-50 raffle ticket winner here. Number 898 373. Number 898-373, 50-50 raffle ticket.
Better hoot, holler, make us think you're here.
Make some noise, folks. Otherwise, I'm going to pick again. Do you like money?
I think I heard somebody.
898-373.
It was a pregnant pause. I was waiting.
All right, Roller Derby fans, the 50-50 raffle. Let me hear you if you got this ticket. 898, number 898-373. Somebody's pointing over here. 898-373.
60 seconds to come claim your monies.
Run.
You better hurry.
Run, raffle ticket winner, run.
I'm hearing it, but
30 seconds. Tell her, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Get up here. Get, like the price is right.
20 seconds. 10, 5, wait, run. Next stop, Las Vegas.
right.
Tick tock, tick tock. Oh, we weren't good. We were waiting for you.
Well, wait, let's make sure this
What's your number? All right, here we go.
don't make you feel stupid, okay?
I'll cover for you.
Last three numbers.
Woohoo!
Don't forget to tip your dealer. You can tip her the big one. I'm gonna have, like, I'll discuss.
Hello.
You make an announcement about to be cautious going around the track, and then we have.
Oh, and the yellow line and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yellow line. And
Yeah.
then we have steps over there. And the lady was super excited to come get her raffle prize, and she didn't see the steps and just totally. But don't say anything about it.
No, of course not. No.
She's like, well, like, are you okay? She's like, I'm just really embarrassed.
Oh my God.
Make an announcement.
Nobody was looking.
Think about it, but don't think about it.
Indeed.